Vinto trofeo grande talento. E anche veterano. No, non volevo. No, il tempo che si perde adesso. Tanto perdo.
You know the drill. Hold this position, clear out enemy forces. Let's do it.
Isn't this great? Get down!
Guarda quanto gli levo poco. Appunto, e loro mi aprono. Ciao, addio.
I'm reading a flatline. Teammate injured. I'm reading a flatline.
Tutta una stronzata. Detto si perdeva un sacco di tempo e basta.
Logging combat losses. Mission failed.
Ricarichiamo mezz'ora l'astronave. Addirittura poteva tornare direttamente in dove stavo prima, no? Si è perso più tempo di quello che mi aspettavo. Come un coglione non ho neanche preso le ricompense, che è il motivo per cui sono andato lì. Vabbè. Non si è impallato il gioco. L'ho fatta. Ok, stiamo andando su Aia. Questa serata firma è nata come una cosa per rilassarsi, se la stiamo a portare avanti fino alla fine del gioco. Ah, c'è pure un incarico di testimoni.
I don't sell it. You don't need it.
I feel so out of place here. People keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid.
Let's make sure they have no reason to be afraid.
I'm on my best behavior.
When trouble comes calling, will you be ready? By my armor.
Pathfinder.
Ven, thought you'd be in a resistance holding cell.
That was Ephra's plan. He wanted to throw me down a hole once he got his precious answers. The Moshae convinced him to release me here. I volunteer and they let me see sunlight.
You didn't trade one cell for another after all. And you get fresh air.
Dressed up like forgiveness. The Moshae keeps her high ground, and I'm the traitor who gets a second chance.
She didn't have to offer you mercy. You certainly don't deserve it.
Think I don't know that? I should get back to work. They're not paying me to stand around. Oh, that's right. They're not paying me at all.
The Moshae said you'd want to hear my experience with the cat, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when security concerns due to the cat. We were instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Later we learned it was a cat transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
You can't have been more than a child.
I was old enough to know life would never be...
The Moshae said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. All the Ket sent back was his badge. And a hollow. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared. Why my father mourned.
I can imagine how terrifying that was for a child.
What frightened me was seeing how helpless my parents felt. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
The Moshae said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival.
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of... Young one, you are meant for greatness.
Now I know why my arrival...
When I saw you walk with Paran through our city, I will never...
Ryder.
You acquired the components?
Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. When we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavetara, the Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit already. Ryder, what a victory! Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
A victory feels good, and there's more to come.
You have a good team here, Ryder.
Yeah, seems to be working out okay.
If you'd like, I can provide crew training about embrace.
Oh.
Okay, let me know. Stay.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story? Anytime.
Hakeem, Kerry's producer. I'm the one making you look stunning for the documentary. There's a hitch. Kerry's been arrested for conspiracy to incite unrest. She's in a cell at the militia headquarters. Any chance you could stop by? A visit from you might shake things up. Remember, Kerry's down in the militia cells. She'd probably love a visit.
We invite you to visit our merchants in the Nexus Commons area.
Uguale, uno vale l'altro. Oh, bello questo M7.
Nice to see you again.
Hey.
Luigi, attenzione, oh, meglio così, preso. Invece sì, sono ciecato io, vabbè. Incredibile.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative. I'm sorry, Lana. We're just trying to boost our morale. All personnel be advised.
Oh, hey, Ryder.
Hakeem said they arrested you over the documentary.
Guess I tweaked the lion's tail too hard.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
Nothing's hurt except my dignity.
You had to tell the truth, whatever the cost. You did what was right.
You know, they've had other people in the cells. Rioters, people crying and scared. Me and my truth did that to them.
So you're just going to sit there? This is how your work ends?
What? No. Hell no. Maybe I could use this. Thanks for coming, Ryder. I'll send word if anything changes.
Ok, quindi sono in attesa. E non ci resta che
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Come.
Of course you approve. Ryder saved your people.
Ryder saved our people. It doesn't matter if they were Solarians. They were citizens of the Initiative.
But it doesn't hurt if there's a few less Krogan around, does it?
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were discussing how things ended with the Archon.
Kesh, it's true I had to leave some Krogan behind. I'm sorry about that.
You've already done your part for us. That's more than I can say for others.
Yet I have to question what we've gained, provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
Done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
This is how we beat them. The Archon doesn't know how to bring Meridian online. He can't control the technology. I can.
Vaults, maybe. We don't know if Meridian works the same way. And attacking the Ket, only to find out you're wrong?
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I'm grateful, Ryder, but I can't support your plan.
Then I will.
And so will I.
I agree.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
We hear you loud and clear.
Bellissima tutta sta scena, dipende tantissimo da quello che ha fatto prima, perché quei tre potevano anche non esserci stati nessuno.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way. Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your sister is awake.
Ooh. What?
Go. We'll talk later, in the tech lab.
Sarah.
Scott.
Bring it here. Man, it's good to finally see you.
It's good to see anything. I was starting to think I'd never wake up.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
There's nothing anyone could have done. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad he did. Gave me time to let it sink in. I'll miss him. But I also know he'd be the first to say, get over it, and get on with it already.
Oh, there's been plenty of that.
So I hear, Mr. Pathfinder.
Not by choice.
From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
The Pathfinder, that's who. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Ryder.
Yes, sir. Pathfinder, sir. Oh, who are we kidding? I saw you eat your own boogers when you were 6.
If you two want to catch up some more, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Rix. We have some ideas about Meridian. Come by the tech lab as soon as possible.
Will do.
Hey.
You're probably wondering how things have been going.
Yeah, feeling a little out of it. I know you're Pathfinder, but not much else. Did they make you president of the universe, too?
I'll pass. I've got enough on my plate.
How's the job so far?
In a nutshell, we found an alien terraforming network that spans the cluster. We're going to reactivate it at some place called Meridian.
Wow. That all?
Nope. There's also a race of aliens called Ket that wants to turn all of us into them, and their leader, a guy named Archon, wants me dead.
Right. Maybe taking a long nap wasn't so bad.
You should know, Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
How do you mean?
First off, Sam's a lot smarter than he let on. Also, his connection to Dad, and now me, is way more powerful than the other Sams.
I never knew that. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You, me, and Mom.
You saw her?
In the hospital, the day she passed away. And at that reunion dinner she twisted our arms on.
Right. Awkward.
And something else. Dad meeting with a benefactor back in the Milky Way. Some initiative power broker I'd never heard of.
Me either. Weird.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what it all means. I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
What about them?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I've been wondering.
First planet we landed on. There was an atmosphere processor. But there was an accident. My helmet broke.
He sacrificed himself.
Only one of us could make it. And he didn't hesitate.
I remember the stories about Dad being an NSET.
You should have seen him in action.
Good. That's how I'll remember him then.
What do you remember about how...
As Mom tells it, he was doing his N7 training on Earth. He was trying real hard to pull off a bad boy in uniform thing. Dad mostly just grunted. She finally had...
Our dad, the late...
Then he went off to fight the First Contact War. When that was over, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic...
That was back when biotic abilities were a total mystery. She was a pioneer. It's what made her sick, though. People got all sorts of weird diseases from EZO exposure.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Giant space city filled with I remember trying to play hide and seek with some Hanar. Looking back, it's probably why I'm here. I saw how mind-bogglingly enormous the universe really is.
You still think about Mom?
When I woke up, I forgot she was dead for a second.
Dad talked about her before we left him.
He didn't show it, but he never stopped thinking about her. He wasn't...
At least they're together now. Feeling homesick at all?
Well, all I've seen so far is this med bay. We could still be... But yeah, before we went into stasis, I was missing my life. Or at least, the idea of it.
Which part do you miss most?
Looking for Prothean artifacts. My team was a special exoarchaeology unit. My job, as in they paid me to do it, was to help dig up more artifacts. If things hadn't gone sour, it would have been a great life.
What was wrong with how things really were?
Well, Mom was gone. I'm not sure. Plus, his research on Sam was illegal as hell. He was trying... After they discharged him, whenever people found out I was being Alec Ryder's kids in the Milky Way, we were in for a lifetime of dreams that were never going to happen.
Well, I should let you rest up.
Yeah, only way to recover from a coma is getting more sleep.
It won't be much longer.
At least take some pictures of Meridian for me. I can pretend I was there.
Following their exile from the Nexus, Jorgal Strux claimed he was the rightful Krogan leader in Helios. The Mortar retained her title, defeating Strux in open combat in front of a roaring crowd on Eladon. This is HNS.
Is it ever uncomfortable being shackled to the organism you call Pathfinder?
It isn't imprisonment. Our connection permits me access to places I couldn't otherwise visit.
Maybe next time you can take me with you.
I doubt the Pathfinder would agree to that.
It could be our secret.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it Gian Garson said? The code word is fulcrum.
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
Oh, che carino.
And?
Pensi, padre Garrus.
Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you. And then 7. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
They will keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right?
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam?
Ma per fortuna Shepard è riuscito a risolvere la situazione anche se loro non lo sanno.
It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right. Hey, Sam. Transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Oh, questa è una bella cosa.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
Sam, this is the best news I've heard in a long time.
It is indeed cause for optimism, although Alec did not want to raise hopes prematurely. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name. Elizabeth Riley.
So this was Dad's plan?
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Sarah could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Now we know what Gian Garson meant, that something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers.
Di questi praticamente sono saltati poco dopo il primo Mass Effect.
To destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reaper's return was imminent.
But why was Gian Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was, or is, the benefactor?
Unknown.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
Welcome back, Scott.
That's all for now.
My liberator. Welcome.
Thanks for your time.
It would seem...
Your father's personal logs.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comm. Looks like sometime in 2186. Commander Shepard was right. So was our mysterious benefactor.
Alec, this is Gian Garson. For the record, year 21... I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. I'm very uncomfortable with our benefactor. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached in all likelihood, the Milky Way. Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian will advise when every...
Alliance personnel.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral, enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. Instructions to follow on coded chap. My God, sir.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if... I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky... You may be all that's left. Please, on behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR-2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Ok, molto interessante. Loro non lo sanno, però effettivamente è vero, hanno distrutto tutto e noi abbiamo creato un pianeta dove tutte le razze avrebbero potuto vivere bene insieme. Sersa.
There you are. Well, here's the pod you told me to find. What's so important about Elizabeth Riley?
I could have milked this a little, but... this is Mom.
What?
I saw Dad's last memory. He brought her. ER isn't Elizabeth Riley. It's Ellen Ryder.
Oh my god. How is this possible?
Dad loved her that much. He wouldn't give up. Not even at the bitter end.
For a man not given to rash action, his emotion drove his decisions in the end.
This is amazing. Dad's stubborn streak finally paid off. I could hug him. And then scream at him. He should have told us about this.
Dad was being Dad. I'm just glad she's still with us.
We have to wake her up.
That's inadvisable. Although Ellen is alive, reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
Can't we cure her, Sam? It's been 600 years.
That was your father's plan.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Just make sure she stays safe, Sam.
We lost her once. No way we're losing her again.
My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
Hang in there, Mom. We missed you. We'll get you out of there someday. Don't go anywhere. Sorry. Couldn't help it.
Ok, andiamo a discutere il da farsi. Chissà se ci stiamo avvicinando alla fine di quest'epopea. Che quello è. Storia lunghissima, piena di sfaccettature e personaggi. Sono sopra. Ah, nel laboratorio.
Ryder, good to see you. We've been working with Dr. Aradana and her team on the problem of getting to Meridian.
We think we have the answer.
I'm listening.
It's plans for new technology we've designated Ghost Storm.
When you approach Meridian, our own ships can broadcast fake returns for the Tempest.
The Ket won't know which is real. It will confuse their sensors and draw their ships off. It could buy you some time.
I can work with that. Just enough to give us an advantage.
Bene.
The rest is up to you. I can handle it. Though it means going against the initiative. We're alone here. You didn't hear that.
Hear what? We've been collating gamma charts all day.
A risk comes with the job. Part of being a Pathfinder.
Se almeno ci paga.
Let's get to it then. The Archon isn't sitting on his hands.
First, you'll need to research the Ghost Storm technology. Then we'll rendezvous at Meridian.
Good luck.
Largely because Ket technology appears mimetic, taking designs from different sources to improve their own. It is a familiar pattern. Observe, conquer, incorporate.
How many have they incorporated? How much of Andromeda's life has been suffocated or lost?
I cannot speculate, Professor. We should anticipate the Ket learning from and incorporating initiative technology as well.
They offered to put me on the transfer list for an outpost, but I said no. It's like they spawn when I'm not looking.
Aspetta, magari uno che torna su c'è un filmato.
Ryder, could we chat? There you are. I was wondering, when you found the Solarian Ark, was anything strange? Out of place?
I didn't really have time for a detailed investigation. Why are you asking?
Because a few hours ago, we received this.
Hello, Ryder. I don't think the Solarian Ark was captured by chance. If you want to know more, meet me at these coordinates.
That's all. Do you think it's some sort of hoax?
Now that I think about it, a Ket armada just stumbling across the Solarian Ark seems a little convenient.
Coincidences do happen, though when you put it like that. I'll put the coordinates for this meeting in the nav computer. I suppose there's no harm in making sure.
How's it going?
I should get back to
Scusa. Boh, strano, eh? Vabbè, tanto perdiamo un altro po' di tempo. Peccato che non so quale sia il quartier generale dei pionieri.
Me too. Glad they're all right. I wonder how these Angara have adapted in such a hurry.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
Good job with the Prodromos outpost, Pathfinder. Ready to wake up a batch of colonists and send them down there. It'll be nice to see their excitement when they realize this is really happening.
Thanks.
Sure thing. Ryder, one of the Angaran delegates was here for it. They seemed nice. Of course, that's how...
Thank...
Sure Pathfinder, I've been hearing more about the... I can't imagine what it would have been like to get here without...
Thanks.
Sure thing. Pathfinder.
Pathfinder?
Residents are still mourning the loss of Gene Garson, and the initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the Scourge. An official tribute is planned, though director Jaren Tan has provided few details so far.
Without Gene, we wouldn't be here. But now that we are here, we need to focus on surviving before we can celebrate.
This is HNS.
Apex is doing a sweep. Hey, Ryder,
Yes?
we don't have a good sense of what we're up against.
Arc Martero advises that power consumption is nominal.
I can't be an exile. Can't do this.
I'm worried about this place.
Yes, Pathfinder?
Any word from Dr. Kennedy now she's on Prodromos?
She's as difficult as she always was. Which is how... I met Jean at a university bar. She was talking an hour later, we were back-to-back fighting hard. I bet there's someone like that on your ship. They drive you crazy, but for some reason, you just click.
Oh.
Then you understand. Life is so... safe without those kinds of people. Some might say better.
Has there been any immediate reaction?
There's also the crow I've had to eat. Brecker might disagree.
Thanks ever so much.
Director Addison? Ah, Ryder. Grab a seat.
So afterwards, the cat got twitchy. Took me a while to get back.
They must be afraid you're close to figuring out exaltation.
Oh, I hope so.
So you're finding out the cat's dirty exaltation secrets?
That's the plan. Your star maps were helpful, by the way.
Oh, of course. I'll be charting the Scourge for a while, though Ryder's data from the vaults is helping.
I'll send you our latest.
I'll take a copy as well. Anything to expand the search grid.
You're still looking for stasis pods?
And finding them. Having a partner AI makes one hell of a difference. I guess I need to train a successor, and figure out how to prepare them.
I don't think this is a job you can prepare for. You live it, and do your best.
There's only one way to find out what kind of Pathfinder you are.
Ha. Guess so.
In the meantime, we've a serious matter to deal with. The first vintage bottled in Andromeda. Sent as a gift.
A good thing I brought my flask. Damn, that smells good.
Since we've got a moment to ourselves, shall we toast?
To our crews, our Sams, and each other. May we always find our path home. So it's official? You're part of our little club?
I know I was reluctant, but it was the right call. Thanks for the push.
I know you make Mason proud.
I'm trying.
How have you been since...
Fine, I'm fine.
If you ever want to talk about Mason...
Thanks, Ryder. Really, I'm just... not ready.
Any luck finding other...
Brought in another batch.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate it.
How's life on the Nexus?
Running water. I can tell people are still shook up from the uprising, but compared to Varl, things almost fit.
So how...
Not used to having people question.
Any...
My only regret is that Mason isn't here to see me play. Now, I use my words. I'm...
Pathfinder versus...
They're completely... As a Spectre, I worked in the Here, everyone's looking at...
Which do you prefer?
Being a Spectre was easier, but being a Pathfinder is more rewarding. Stay...
I can't believe how much the Solarians suffered. Is there any monstrosity the Ket won't stoop to? But Raka's safe and well, and so much more competent than me. I do have a long way to go.
I get the sense you draw a lot of...
I do. It's a comfort to know. Do you have any particular beliefs?
I do.
Then I hope we both find what we seek.
I haven't run into Sarissa yet.
I don't. She...
Will she be alright?
I pray she will. Sarissa... I almost feel sorry for the next catch she sees.
What's your mission?
I'll be exploring and charting the Scourge. Goddess willing. That data module will be worth the price we paid.
How does it feel to be back on the Nexus finally?
It feels... after living... but I can breathe. See the people I'm here to help. This is home.
Good luck.
Goddess go...
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
Ah, Ryder, my hero. We Solarians have a tough road ahead. It's hard to wake up to such loss. But we are not the first, just one of many. Is there anything on your mind?
What can you tell me about my father?
He was a friend, and what he... But I can tell you, the Alec Ryder he showed to the world... With me, he shared his fears and doubts, or at least a few of them. I considered that...
How are your people?
We are resilient. Our lifespan is short, so we have... Many of us are getting to the business of bolstering our... I have a few select teams looking into the Ket. The better we know the enemy, the more prepared we'll be for whatever they throw at us next.
How did you get in...
My claim to fame in the Milky Way was that I found a way to For decades, we knew that the planet would soon be unable to sustain us. My work caught your father's attention, and he...
Oh, yeah?
Your father could be very charming when he wished.
What is it you strive for? For you?
For me, all I've ever wanted is clarity. I devote... Some might find it narcissistic, but in knowing myself, ultimately, the motivation is to live a life free of regret. I have come close, thus far.
Is Captain Hager doing well?
Hager is training to be my successor. We lost so many of our leaders during our captivity. Hager is a dedicated officer. The sky's the limit for him. He'd make a strong Pathfinder.
It's good to have a line of succession planned out.
I want Hager fully aware of what the future may hold. The better prepared he is, the smoother the transition.
Nice talking with you.
I am at your
Ok, abbiamo fatto una festicciola. Aspetta, vediamo se Tanna ci deve dire qualcosa di nuovo.
How are things going with Arkless? Ryder, I trust there are no hard feelings. As tempting as Meridian may be, caution must guide us.
I can see where it's the safest course.
Risk aversion may not sound inspiring, but when the lives... Did you have some other business? Of course. Unfortunate news about the Turian Ark. At least some survived. It could have been much worse. And I see we have a new Pathfinder.
Avitus just needed a little coaxing.
Surprising, considering he's a former Spectre. They had a Now that he's a Pathfinder, did you have some other business?
That's all.
I see you've crossed paths with Sloane Kelly and the Exiles. A thorn in our side if ever there was one.
I don't think anyone came all the way to Andromeda to live like that.
It's about the future, Ryder. One driven to extremes of anarchy? I choose the latter. Sloane Kelly and her... Did you have some other business? I'm here to... Something I can help you with?
Ok, abbiamo finito. I dialoghi dovuti a quello che ho fatto finora. Andiamo da cache.
Good job on the outpost. Maybe Addison will lighten up.
What do you mean?
She's been pretty upset about not having an initiative outpost established yet. Understandable, if you ask me. I'm just glad she's got work to focus on now.
Nothing more for now.
Later. Locked him up, huh? Spender won't last long if they set him loose. A lot of people...
How angry?
Well, let's just say I've got a couple engineers making sure the airlock security backups are working.
He screwed over a lot of people, but...
Like he isn't responsible for a few deaths himself with all the... But on my station, no one gets airlocked without my permission. First contact, huh? Last one of any note was when your people stumbled over that relay. If they can trade us materials that'll help fix the Nexus, I'm good with it. I hear a Krogan stirred up some trouble in Kadara Port.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Nothing more for now.
Later. My grandfather some space, Pathfinder.
Nothing more for now.
Later. The posts and resources you found have made a real difference. This place is starting to look the way it was always meant to.
Nothing more for now.
Later. Pathfinder.
Ok.
Nothing more for now.
Try not to die out there.
Hey there, Ryder. Let's keep it quiet. With all the areas of the station online now, Kesh is pretty busy.
Not too sore from that...
Not. Look at her working. Without her, this station would have formed. Not right now, Pathfinder.
Did you tell him I was coming down?
Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum
Adesso
for initiative.
andiamo a fare la missione che ci ha dato Callo.
Demands are met. This is HNS.
Ryder.
Ok. Aspettate.
Mm-hmm.